Man, it has been way too long since we talked about Spyro, a game that I really love, a character I really love, and a character I can't wait to see come back in the future. So yeah, the other day I decided, we'll make this video, we'll decide should they do another Spyro remake, or should they make a brand new game? And although that's going to form part of this video, we are going to talk a lot more about the future of Spyro, and what challenges a new game could possess if we decide that's the route they should go. So if you do want to see more content like this, including more Crash Bandicoot content and Spyro content, please do remember to hit the like button and subscribe, and let's dive in and talk about the Purple Dragon. So the big question, should a new Spyro game be a remake of an old one, or should it be a brand new Spyro 4? A Spyro 4 which is actually good. Now, a lot of you answered this question, and for some reason all of you decided that yes, we do need a brand new Spyro 4. And yeah, I mean, I obviously agree with you. Let's just look at what else there is to offer. So if they decide to remake a Spyro game, for me, it wouldn't make sense to jump into the world of something like Hero's Tale. It would make sense to have a proper successor to the Reignited trilogy. And yeah, I mean, if they were going to do that, the only way they could do was probably go Spyro 4 and Spyro 4's Enter the Dragonfly. Now, I've played Enter the Dragonfly, and yeah, it's very, very bad. I've played a few hours because, frankly, once I'd played a few hours, I didn't want to go back, but it's not finished. It had so many bugs. It's probably the buggiest game I've ever played, or at least one of them, and even if it was finished, I honestly don't think that game was gonna be anything special. It might have been okay if it had been finished, but there's nothing to really work on. If they decide to do something like remake Enter the Dragonfly, then all the momentum they've built up in the Reignited trilogy might as well be put in the bin, because it is a waste of time. So, I mean, you can tell pretty clearly which side I'm coming out on, so I definitely think we need a brand new Spyro 4. Not a crap Spyro 4 like Enter the Dragonfly, a Spyro 4 that's worthy of following on from the brilliant original trilogy, and in this case, the fantastic Reignited trilogy. So for the original video, I was going to do a really deep dive on all that information. I was going to look at, how good can anything be taken from Enter the Dragonfly? Could this situation be saved? And I just thought, it's so obvious now, we need a brand new Spyro 4. That's what's going to give the franchise or series momentum. That's what's going to keep Spyro around for so much longer. So yes, we need a brand new Spyro 4. But will we get one? So for this, I think we need to look at what's happening with Crash Bandicoot. Now, Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, as Canadian Guy always says, whatever happens to one seems to happen to the other. Now, let's go back a few months to what Activision was saying about 6 months ago. They started making noises that after CTR, remakes, we've done a few of them, but they wanted to take these IPs, being Crash and Spyro, in their own direction. They wanted to make new games, and I think they pretty much said that about 6 months ago, or sometime in the summer. And what do we have now? We have Crash Bandicoot appearing in PlayStation trailers. We have him appearing on sides of buses. Now, if you watch the last video I made last Wednesday, you'll realise to me, that's a very big indication we are getting a brand new Crash game next year. All the noises suggest so, all the evidence, all the advertising suggests Crash will come next year. So the year after, going by Canadian Guy's logic, as he keeps saying, whatever happens to Crash happens to Spyro, we're gonna probably get a brand new Spyro game. So not only is this what needs to happen, this is what I think is going to happen, but capturing the magic of Spyro, capturing what Spyro is all about, is going to present challenges. So let's take a look at what we want from the new game very briefly, and what kind of difficulties they could face making it. Now, this is a subject which deserves a far bigger video of its own, so I'm only going to go over a few of my ideas here. I definitely want to put time into this sort of video in the not too distant future, but there is a few things I really want to see in a new game, and one really major challenge and thing that this new game will need. So let's start off with that I think that a brand new Spyro 4 should stick to pretty much the same formula as we have in the Reignited trilogy, or the original trilogy of games, whatever you want to refer to them as. So we're looking at hub worlds and bosses, things like that. I want it to stick to the original sort of shape and feel. And I really like the feel that we sort of get in the first Spyro game, where we go to all different worlds with all different themes. Maybe they could bring something like that back, alter it a bit, but basically I want the premise to be very, very similar, because one of my favourite things about playing the Reignited trilogy very recently was just how different the worlds look and how they offer so much different things like different enemies. I really do love that about the first Spyro game, and on all of them really, so I'd like them to take a lot of inspiration from that. I'd also like the same quirkiness. Like, this game is so quirky, it's funny in parts, you know, there's lots of lines that are memorable, so I'd like it to be just as quirky. But the biggest thing they have to retain in this game is the feel. Now, I don't know how to describe the feel of Spyro. I mean, one word would probably be magical, but Bruce Leroy put in the comment section of the post I did about this video that the biggest challenge they have is to retain the Spyro feel, and I absolutely agree with it. If you get what the Spyro feel is about, you'll just know, and making that come back in a brand new Spyro game is gonna be tough. It's gonna be so tough. But I think Toys for Bob are up for it. I really do think Toys for Bob are up for it, and I think they would do a good job, so yeah, that is a big challenge. You guys had some pretty nice ideas as well. Nightpin Shine suggested, for example, that it'd be very cool if Nasty and Ripto could team up, you know, something like that. I'm always up for. And I'd personally like to see other characters from the original trilogy return. I mean, there's the obvious ones, but I particularly would like Elora to have a bigger part than she did. Well, I don't think she had a part in Enter the Dragonfly from memory, so I'd like her to be a pretty decent feature of a new Spyro game. What do you all think, though? I will definitely revisit this topic in the coming months. You know, there's a long time, it could be a long time till 2021 till the brand new Spyro game, so I cannot wait to keep talking about this. So yeah, let me know what you think about the future of Spyro. Do you want a remake of Enter the Dragonfly? If so, why? Are you okay? I mean, maybe some people love that game. Some people do just love certain experiences. Also, let me know what you think to this video, and yeah, if you want to see more Crash and Spyro content weekly, every Wednesday, and often more regularly, this is a Sunday, so, you know, happens. Do feel free to hit the like button and subscribe. I will see you next Wednesday for a new CTR video where we preview the Winter Festival Grand Prix.